A while ago I discussed how Microsoft was entering the virtual reality market in a fashion due to it working together with various third-party companies to have them develop third-party virtual reality headsets to work on Windows 10. Now the list of companies doing this varies, includes Lenovo and Acer and a few other companies as well. But now we have the specs, the minimum specs for these headsets, and basically means that most modern PCs will be able to run these Windows 10 VR experiences. Obviously games and apps will vary depending on the available specs to power them, but this is just for the virtual reality headset, and they're pretty damn lightweight, to be honest. So we have the Intel Mobile Core i5, for example, 7200U, dual core of hyper-threading equivalent. GPU is going to be integrated Intel HD Graphics 620, GT2 equivalent or greater, DX12 API capable GPU. RAM is going to be 8GB plus dual channel required for these integrated graphics. HDMI is going to be 1.4 with 2880 by 1440 at 60Hz, or 2.0 or DP 1.3 with 2880 by 1440 at 90Hz. First one 60Hz, of course. Hard drive, they do actually prefer a SSD, but if not, you're going to need at least 100GB plus available. USB is going to be 3.0 Type A or USB 3.1 Type C port with DisplayPort alternate mode, and Bluetooth 4.0 is going to be required for these accessories. Now these specs are actually thanks to some work that Microsoft's been doing with Intel, and their project is codenamed Project Evo, and they're working together to bring what they are calling augmented reality to life, or rather mixed reality as they're calling it, to Windows 10 PCs. When I discussed the initial reveal of these Microsoft VR headsets, we discussed how they're going to be doing mixed reality type stuff where you can, have your actual sort of workflow happening in a VR space, that sort of thing. So these specs are more for the mixed reality portion, it seems. Now, Microsoft also submitted the HoloLens to the Chinese government for approval, so obviously they're going to be making the headset available to developers in China, and also they're going to be allowing developers to actually start testing these Windows 10 VR headsets in February. And anyone available or anyone attending rather the Game Developers Conference next year in San Francisco will be able to get their hands on Windows 10 VR headsets. Now I know some of you are wondering, well, what's the difference between these mixed reality Windows 10 VR headsets and HoloLens? But we don't actually really know, because Microsoft isn't really fully detailing what the difference between those two things is. I'm sure they will be detailing exactly the advantages of HoloLens and the advantages of these Windows 10 VR headsets and what they actually offer the consumer and what differences there are between each other. I'm sure that information is coming, but until then, we just don't know. Game Developers Conference is probably where we're going to find out, but until then, those are the specs for those Windows 10 VR headsets. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.